Hi, I am a licensed therapist in California, just giving you some tips on how to get into couples therapy when your spouse is not super excited to go to this couples therapy. So, the first thing is really to frame it in a positive way and not like we need to fix our relationship. So, the first thing you can do is like, I want us to be the best possible couple we can be. I think we could, communicate more and have it not as a threat, for example, but as a way to strengthen your relationship. Sharing your personal perspective about, like, hey, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I need some help. I think talking to someone together could help. I feel like I'm always blaming you, or I feel like we don't know how to communicate. I just want to be able to get better at that. So, about how you're struggling, not how you think that they need to get into therapy. Because a lot of times when you tell your spouse or your partner, like, I'd like to get into couples therapy, what they hear is you need help and you need to go and you need to fix things. And so if you're able to do it in a way that's personal to you, that can kind of help. Another thing is to acknowledge their concerns. So, they might not think that therapy is necessary. And so, like, being able to say, can we try one session and see how it goes? Or can we try one session with a couple therapists? So, we could find one that you don't think is crazy, or you don't think is a shrink, or you don't think is blaming you, for example. And then go to a few therapists, one session per therapist, just to see if your spouse or your partner might be willing to go. Or just tell them, can we just go once and see how it feels? It would mean a lot to me. Trying a low pressure approach can kind of help. And so another thing is to talk about real life examples of going to therapy. So remember that argument that we had? I think that a therapist might be able to help. Or I have friends that are going to therapy, or I've seen this video from this lady from California talking about therapy. She didn't seem so bad. You want to watch the video with me? And so having things like that can really help, making it personalized. And at the end of the day, if your spouse really doesn't want to go, you can go to individual therapy on your own to try to get better, to try to learn how to communicate better. And sometimes that can just help your relationship. And sometimes it can actually inspire your partner to be like, I see that you're going and I see some changes, and I'd be willing to go too. And by you going to an individual therapist, they can sometimes help you create ways and think about ways to talk to your partner about going and inspiring them to go as well. So I hope these tips helped, and just make sure to keep taking care of yourself and have a good rest of your day.